Hi everybody, it's Miss Val again. I'm here to do our Sunday school lesson for this week. So what I brought with me is this. Yes, what is it? It is a toolbox, right? Yeah, so there's some tools in here. We're going to open it up and I'm going to show you some of the tools that are in the box, okay? So first, we have, what's this? Screwdriver, right? What do we use it for? We screw in screws into the wall or unscrewing things, right? Got a tool, so we got that. We've got a hammer, right, for hammering nails. We've got a big wrench. And we use the wrench for tightening down nuts and bolts, right? And what else do we have? Oh, we've got, what are these? What is this? It's a measuring tape. We have to measure before we cut, right? Measure twice, cut once. That's the rule that people use when they make when they cut wood. Now let's see what else I have. So those are regular tools that most toolboxes have something like that in them. But I have some other special tools in here, like this. Who knows what that is? Yes, it's a whisk. Do we use it to hammer nails? No, but it's really good for cooking things, right? We can whisk eggs in a bowl. So it's really used for cooking. Let's see, we also have this. That is a ruler. It's kind of like the measuring tape, right? But what do we do with the ruler? We measure things, or we can use it to make a straight line, right? We can draw a straight line if we put our pencil up next to it. We have a ruler in here. We've got, what's that? It's a wooden spoon. We can mix batter, cake batter or cookie dough with a spoon. We use that a lot for cooking as well. What is this? Another tool. It's a pen. Yeah, a pen is a tool. What do we do with a pen? Yeah, we write stuff with it, right? And I have another tool in here that we all should be using, and this is a Bible, right? A Bible is a tool as well. Now, some of these tools that I took out of here, we see in a regular toolbox, right? So if you think about the toolbox, it's kind of like the church. So think about that as being like church. So there are tools that we use at church, and it could be the people in the church, like Pastor Penny, right? She's a tool. She tells us, she helps us learn about God and the Bible, and gives us sermons that we can listen to and learn from, and she helps keep the service organized, right? And we have lots of people who help at church, like Mr. Richard, who helps the choir. He helps the choir sing, picks out songs for the choir to sing for us. We have Sunday school teachers like me and Miss Cindy and Mr. Jerry, and we help teach children about God, and like we're doing today. So the church has a lot of tools inside the building, right? And now we're outside the building, but we're still tools. And the Bible is an important tool to help us learn about God and Jesus and how we should be good Christians. And that's a very important tool. So the thing is that we don't have to be in the church building to be a tool, and you don't have to be a grown-up to be a tool of God, for God to use. We all have different jobs, right? Stuff we're good at, like a whisk. A whisk is good at beating up eggs or beating things up and making them frothy and fluffy. So a whisk wouldn't be used for building a house, but it's good at its job. So everybody, all people in the church have special talents and special things they're really good at that they can use to help the church and to help God and help God get his message out into the world. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about all the different talents that we each have that we can use for the glory of God, okay? So that's why I brought this toolbox here today. So now I'm going to put the toolbox away, lock it up, because all the tools are very precious things. All the tools inside are very precious. I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to tell you the parable we're going to talk about today is called the parable of the talents. Now, the word talent means a couple things. Back in Jesus' time, a talent was it wasn't a coin, but it was a piece of gold or silver or some precious metal. And it was a certain weight. So they did use it like money, and they would give it to people to pay off debts and things like that. But so it was kind of used like money, but it was very precious. But a talent can also be thought of as the thing you're really good at, things you're good at. So it's not only a very precious metal, but it's also can also mean stuff you're good at. So I'm going to tell you the story here. There was a man who was going on a journey, and he called his servants together, and he entrusted his wealth to them. And he gave one man 5 talents. So he gave him 5 pieces of weights of silver or gold, and he gave one man 2 talents, and he gave this girl here 1 talent.
Hi, I'm Ellen, and this is my 1 talent.
That's a nice talent you have there.
You say that because I've only got this 1 talent?
Well, what are you going to do with that talent?
I don't know. What did the other more talented guys do?
Well, the one guy with the 5 talents, he invested them and he made 5 more.
Huh.
And the guy that got 2 talents, he invested those and he made 2 more.
Interesting.
So what are you going to do with that talent?
Not a thing.
Not a thing?
That's right. I'm not going to do anything. And you know why?
I can't wait to hear.
Because my master didn't give me any more talents.
Well, that's a poor attitude.
Why do you say that?
Because I know what the master's going to do when he gets home.
Care to share?
Well, he's going to share even more with the other 2 servants.
Okay.
And he's going to take your talent and he's going to give it to the guy who has 10.
What? Why?
Well, because it doesn't matter how many talents you have. It matters what you do with the talents. Don't compare yourself to others. Be grateful for what God has given you and use it to the best of your abilities.
You know what? That's good advice. And since my master's not here yet, maybe I can invest my talent still?
I think that's a great idea.
Thanks, Mrs. Narrator. You're the best.
Hey, just making the most of my talent. Now you go and make the best of yours. Okay? So hopefully Ellen will do something with her talent instead of just hiding it and just keeping it safe. Because that's why God gives us talents. He gives us talents to use them for his glory, right? Not to just hide them. So we all have different talents. Let's see. Some of us maybe are really good singers. Some of us are really good drawers or good at making crafts. And some of us are really good at giving people great hugs, right? So we all have special talents that God has given each of us. So I want you to think for a minute, what special thing can you do that you're really good at? Think about it for a minute. Think about, what am I really good at? Is that right? Think a little bit. Now, I want you to think about that and think about how you could use that for God. So let's say you are really good at drawing things. How could you use that talent? Could you maybe draw a really beautiful picture and put it in the mail and send it to a friend of yours or to your grandma or somebody far away, and then when they open it, they see this beautiful picture that you drew and it makes them feel happy? Maybe you could do that. Or maybe you're really good at singing. And maybe you could, right now, since we can't be together, maybe what you could do is record yourself like we're doing here and send it to a friend or somebody you know, and they'll have you singing, and that would make them feel really good. Or maybe you're really good at telling stories. Or maybe you're really good at math or something like that. So think about the things you're really good at and think about how can I use those to make the world better, right? That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to make the world better. And he's given us all each special talents to do that. So like for me, I like to think I'm a pretty good singer. So I like to sing. And so sometimes I get to sing at church. And I really like to do that. And I hope that that makes people feel good. But I'm not very good at drawing. I can't draw very well. So but that's okay. I know that I can't draw very well, but I know I can sing pretty good. So I use my singing talent for God. So that's what we should all do. We should all think about that and how we would like to do that. Help use our talents to make the world a better place. So, there's a really good song that we all know that talks about this. It's called "This Little Light of Mine." Right? So everybody, I know you all know this song. We've practiced it in church. If you think about it, this little light of mine is you and your special talent. Okay? And so we're going to sing that together. And I want you to think about your special talent, your light, and how it can shine in the world. Okay? Okay, ready? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, the next verse is, hide it under a bushel. We don't want to hide our talent, right? So we're gonna hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And the next one is, don't let Satan blow it out. So we're going to go, don't let Satan it out. We don't want anything bad to happen to our talent, right? We want to keep it as a light. Don't let Satan it out. I'm going to let it shine. Don't let Satan it out. I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, now we're going to say, we're going to shine it all over the world. Shine all over the world. I'm going to let it shine. Shine all over the world. I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. So I want everybody to always let your light shine, your special talent shine into the world and make the world a better place. Okay? All right. So also, guys, remember to look for Miss Jessica's recording about some of the special activities and crafts you can do to go with our lesson today about the parable of the talents. And I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week.